Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the St. Johns County Show that's on in the morning. We got a lot to talk about today, including the fact that it seems like Rick's going to be the new kicker for the Jaguars.
Oh, my God, that's awesome.
Yeah, congratulations, Rick. He won't be here much longer.
That's cool. You got to kick it high.
You don't have to tell him how to kick. You do not have to tell him. We'll talk all about it.
Awesome.
We will talk all about it. We've also got some different news. I mean, that's very newsworthy.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to say that's not news. That is news.
Hometown hero right there.
That's right. We're going to talk about the Florida Man Games trip to Everbank Stadium over the weekend. That was the weirdest thing Everbank Stadium's ever had.
Well, good.
There at their
nice.
Facility.
They need it. They
need some weird. They do need to shake it up a little bit. That's right. I'm excited for them, too, that the Florida Man Games graced their presence.
Word.
We'll talk about this situation with a baby over the weekend. This was scary when the first news report came out because they got it wrong.
Oh.
And they scared people. So,
interesting.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. So many people are dying in St. Augustine that the medical examiner's office is overwhelmed.
Really? What? What?
Yep.
That a joke?
No,
Oh,
that's for real.
Oh, my God.
That's for real.
Oh, God.
And there was a crash over the weekend that we'll talk about as well. A lot happened.
Yikes.
A lot happened. So before we get into all of that, we'll tell you about our friends at Bozard Ford Lincoln. Great folks down there at Bozard Ford Lincoln. Been doing this car thing since 1949. Selling them, servicing them, doing everything you could possibly imagine to a car that is productive.
Proactive.
That's right. That involves what car dealerships should be doing to cars. They've got that state-of-the-art service department, 91 climate-controlled service bays. That's a lot. Quick lane for no appointment-needed maintenance, and you can always enjoy the comforts of their customer lounge and the unique flavors of Ford's Garage while you're out there. They're, of course, the proud recipients of the prestigious Triple Crown Award and named Florida's Dealer of the Year by Dealer Rater. Their team is dedicated to providing an enjoyable and efficient experience. They offer the best in pricing, selection, and service. They're, of course, just off I-95 and State Road 16, where your satisfaction is their mission, and they are driven to inspire. And, of course, the Florida Man Games. Such a big deal that Everbank let us use their facilities.
That's awesome.
That was a mistake on their part. But we didn't say that until after we got out of there.
Chris's outfit was revealed.
Chris's outfit was disturbing.
Revealed for the actual Florida Man Games?
There was a lot revealed from Chris's outfit.
Oh,
Chris was dressed to the Florida Man tee for sure.
I feel maybe we should make a Chris calendar or something. Like that could be each month could be a different Chris outfit.
That is
they're eye-opening.
Something to think about.
It's even shaking up my community.
Which
is a lot. That's
Yeah.
a lot, Chris.
I mean, that would have to go on certain websites that have permission to show things like that. Yeah, right? Oof.
Defying gravity.
Wow. Yeah. It's going to be a blast out there. We got the mechanical gator is making a comeback. That's going to be great.
Nice.
We're going to have axe throwing. It was great to meet the folks from Ocala Knockerball. Great ladies out there.
How was that? Yeah. So
man.
you guys got to do all that stuff. That's fun.
Yeah. Well, that's part of our giant beer pong.
Fantastic.
They're involved in our giant beer pong out there, our human beer pong.
Yes.
The Ninja Nation obstacle course is going to be out there with us. We're going to have water slides. We're going to have boxing. We're going to have lots of stuff out there for you. It's going to be a great time. So whether you're watching or participating or just hanging out and getting drunk,
Yeah.
the
That's
Florida
gonna be
Man
me,
Games is going to be the best day you've ever experienced. Better than your wedding.
Yeah.
Because you're still stuck with that person and you don't want to be.
Should there be someone that gets married at the Florida Man Games?
I've got a couple ideas of who that could be.
That could be amazing, you guys.
That would be, we'd have to make like a fake Jiffy store aisle to marry them in.
Oh, I can make a beer can dress like no other, ladies. Let's go. Get it all corseted up. Yes.
The FloridaManGames.com. We are less than 3 months away.
Get
Unbelievable.
those tickets. Yes.
Also, shout out to Fidus Roofing, Great Expectations, Realty and Auction, Chiba Hut Toasted Sub, St. August Pizza, BHF Insurance, Chris Lucero, Bail Bonds, Elace Med Spa, St. Augustine Handy House, and I am powered again by our friends at the Vibe Nutrition. Great stuff here.
Yeah, they have a big contest going on Instagram right now. You can vote on the favorite sticker, and you win a Vibe Nutrition gift card.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so check that out on Vibe and on Insta. It's really all you do is vote for the sticker and tag some friends. But yeah, you could win like a good gift card to the Vibe Nutrition. We all love it.
There you go. Free Vibe is a very good thing.
That's it.
Congratulations to the winner.
Nice.
Davey, how you doing this morning?
Okay, Motivational Monday. Awesome weekend. Very excited to start this week. But yeah,
cool.
We had a great Christmas parade. That was super inspiring. That was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. How are you today, sir?
Very good.
Awesome.
Very tired.
Okay.
Very,
yeah.
very, very tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of loading and unloading stuff over the weekend.
Good workout, though. Isolate the
Great
core,
workout.
Shoulders
Yep.
back. That's it.
Now I don't have to go to the gym today.
Nice. See?
Like I was going to go anyway. Yeah. What do you got for question of the day, man?
Okay, question of the day. Would you go back in time to meet your ancestors or go to the future to meet your descendants?
Okay. Well, I'm running out of time to give this world Melfi descendants.
Oh.
I'm telling you that much.
Well, wait a minute. Let's think about it. You have a whole family that you could, obviously they could have descendants
Sure.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. My cousin has kids.
So there you go.
There we go.
Descendant. There's a branch of the tree somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I'm meeting descendants because I don't want to change the past. They say if you go back and you change the past,
Okay.
that's why we have the Mandela effect.
Would you go and change the past or would you listen to the stories of the past? Like, I think if I went back to my ancestors, I would want to hear like how they got to where they are, in
That'd be boring.
Really? Really?
No.
How the Melfis came from Italy.
It'd probably be
and
very interesting. Yeah. No, it'd be very interesting.
Probably a Staten Island story. Who knows? A lot of Italians. I'm not saying it was me, but a lot of Italians
I
went
hear
to
you.
Staten Island.
I hear you.
So I would meet my descendants too. I want to see the future. And honestly, going back to the Christmas parade, everyone knows my niece was with me that day. And
that was great hanging out with her.
You guys-
Adorable little girl.
That was an incredible moment for me because I got to see there was somebody with that fierce, magical joy that I'm like, wow, she's got that gift. And
she was having so much fun.
Honestly,
she was like booping people on the nose out there.
So much. She was high-fiving people and just going to town for it. So that made me feel incredible. So yeah, I want to see my descendants. I want to see like what the future holds and like how they continue this legacy. That's what I got to say. Yeah.
There you go. All right. All right. What do you think, Rick?
I was agreeing with you guys, but since you guys already said that, I'm going to go back in time and see what I can stir up.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
All right.
Kind of questionable about the past, just on a lot of levels, just personally. Like, I don't know if I want to go back and see what got us here. So the future interests me more, but yeah, just to play devil's advocate, I'm going to go back in the past and check on everybody and see how and what. I saw a funny comedian real quick last night doing a skit. Like, I couldn't even prove to people in the past I'm from the future. Like, yeah, we got cell phones. Oh, what do cell phones run on? Satellites.
Right.
Oh, what's a satellite?
Right, yeah.
So he's like, yeah, I probably couldn't even prove I'm from the future.
Right.
Yeah. So imagine going 200 years into the future. You wouldn't know what's going on.
Exactly.
Right.
It's going to be so much different in 200 years. Cell phones. What?
Yeah.
It's a chip. It gets put in your brain at birth. What are you talking about?
You think about
Yeah,
it.
you think about it. Talk to him telepathically.
Yeah. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good question.
Yes, sir.
Sure, we got some good stuff in the comments.
Oh, they're flying in. Look at that. How nice.
It's time for a quick check of the weather.
Worm.
What?
Worm.
Warm.
Warm. I thought you said worm.
Oh, I might have because I was moving so quickly.
Wow.
So we'll go worm. Yeah.
That was good. All right. No, I mean, I wish Troy would be that quick. But
Well, here he comes.
that quick check of the weather brought to you by Great Expectations Realty and Auction. They can sell your home, your business, and everything. Get a check out at geauction.com, gerealty.us. It's time for a check of the traffic. What you got, Rick?
I've actually got a good shot up here on State Road 16.
Oh, looky.
Look at that. Wow.
I saw it yesterday.
It still looks terrible.
It is, and if you look a little bit further south, there's literally traffic on 95 because they messed with this little turn left situation here. So this exit ramp heading north is a little sketchy. So if you're coming there this morning, give yourself a little bit of time.
That's so crazy.
They've changed it. There's a lot of people walking around and moving around down there. So just use caution and take your time.
It almost looks like they're trying to do a roundabout there.
You guys could see the top right, the merging lane on 216 heading east is just stacked up. People, there's a whole merge lane they're just stopping, not using.
So ridiculous.
Yeah, they're not really
so ridiculous.
Okay.
On what's going on over there. But
I've got a gift coming up from Daytona, and they were going to meet me in 16 and 95. No, I think we're going to go 207. I guess that's a better answer.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, it's going to be easier to get on and off and around. Yeah.
What is this, a teardrop? Everyone's crying.
Right.
This is horrible.
So weird.
It's very weird. Very fertile, very body.
Why do we suck at doing traffic things in St. John's County?
Yeah, is there somebody that graduated from,
I mean, and this is Florida Department of Transportation, I would imagine. Like, it's not even officially us, but they just come to St. John's County and forget how to do traffic.
Try stuff out.
Yeah.
It's like chutes and ladders out there.
It really is. It looks terrible.
Oh, yeah, this is not good, guys.
Not good at all.
I'm going to avoid that.
All right. That check of the traffic comes to us from Elace Med Spa. Science meeting tranquility and perfect harmonious balance.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah,
that's
man.
great.
That was the first time I went off script and it was actually good.
It was beautiful.
Dermal fillers, Botox, laser treatments, and a whole lot more. And what else, Davey?
And they got that membership program too that's going on, so you can sign up, and it's literally like a health savings account. It's called a beauty bank, and so you'll get 20% off of all services. So if you go in and buy a gift card right now, they're doing this golden ticket campaign. You're going to get a little bit more on your gift card, and also they're going to give you a makeup bag. And inside of one of those makeup bags is going to be a golden ticket in which you can win up to $7,000 worth of prizes from Elace. Pretty amazing. Check them out at elace.com.
Crazy. And that's a great place to get a gift card for. I mean, it's a great gift for somebody.
Right.
I mean, that is a high-end luxurious gift.
Yeah, you got an aunt with a mustache and you're like, laser that off. This is a nice way of saying, boo, just here you go with a little gift card and I get the golden ticket. Yeah.
There you are. So you're keeping the golden ticket, have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was my idea.
You spent the money.
Yeah, please. And Tilly, it's only going to cost $250 to zip that right off of you and lift there. Anyway.
All right.
Poor
your own name for a discount.
Yeah. Right.
Elace.com. All right, man.
Poor Aunt Tilly.
Poor Aunt Tilly for being named Tilly. Who names their kid Tilly?
I don't know. Yeah.
Is that a shortened version of?
It must be. Yeah. It just kind of flew out of my. I thought it was a Southern name. No, not a good one to pick.
I mean, it does sound Southern. I'll
Tilly,
give you that.
get in here. Yeah. Tilly Manna.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hot mess.
Oh, man. Speaking of hot messes, Everbank saw themselves a hot mess this weekend, and the Jaguars weren't even in town.
Okay.
We took a little bit of a road trip out there to Everbank and visited the Jaguars training facility where we put on the weirdest training day they've ever witnessed out there ever.
Yeah?
It was so weird that people came in rather quickly to start getting Jaguars branded things out of there so that it wouldn't make it into the shots.
Really?
After you guys you and Lane tackled the tackle dummies.
We did we tackled the tackle dummies, and then all of a sudden 2 guys rode in on golf carts and said, "We're taking all these tackle dummies."
You you failed to mention Lane Pittman was there.
Yes, he was.
How amazing was that?
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, he is Mr. Duval. He's really Mr. Florida man, but he's definitely Mr. Duval. And so it was good to see him down there. He helped kind of officiate this whole thing with me, and it was a great time.
Pretty awesome.
It was pretty weird.
Well, weird is good. That's what Florida Man Games is all about.
But we got to test out a couple of the games that are brand new, that have never been tested before.
How did it go? You have some notes, like you want to go back and change some stuff?
Yeah, definitely we need to put mud tires on the shopping carts for the shopping cart brawl.
That's awesome.
Yep. We need to modify the boxing gloves a little bit for the shopping cart brawl.
Cool. Okay.
Human beer pong's perfect.
Perfect.
Don't need to change a thing with human beer pong.
That was awesome.
That's awesome.
That's
great.
Be, I think, the best, most popular, but maybe besides the invading arrest. But
it's hard to beat evading. Really hard to beat evading.
Evading's good.
You might outdid yourself with that.
It's very possible.
Okay.
Human beer pong is going to be stellar.
Yes.
Were you able to bring pigs in the Everbank or no?
No.
Okay,
The pig racing's a different thing.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but that would have been. We should have. Actually, we should have. That would have been great having pigs just running around as we were doing these. I think the cleanup for that would have been a problem.
Yeah.
I didn't want to pay for the cleanup for that. But it was pretty cool being on an actual NFL football training field doing Florida Man game stuff.
As soon as we walked through that door, man, I felt like a little kid. Like I just
Right?
wanted to run routes and
I know.
Even the kids were there. They were just like so ecstatic.
I know. One of the Larry, he's Team Hanky Spanky. He's in here on the comments.
I mean, he's
all the time.
The trophy boy from round 1.
Yes, but he brought his kids, which was great. I mean, if I were their age, I mean, I assume around 12, 13, maybe 13 to 8, somewhere in that range. And boy, if I was that age running around on an NFL training facility, it would have been unbelievable. I mean, it was unbelievable, like Rick said, for us as adults. You kind of turned into a little kid.
Yeah.
But I did. I mean, we definitely got in some time to run some routes and do some football stuff out there. Yeah. Speaking of football stuff, I got to tell you, I've never... And I've said this my entire life. I've known Rick since we were like 14. This guy can pick up a sport like nobody else on the planet. One of the most athletic people I've ever met. And so I go out there and I set up from like the regular field goal line where they regularly kick field goals. I took a few cracks at kicking a field goal. Didn't come close. I came kind of close one time.
Yeah, no, your first one was good.
Did it go through? No, it didn't go in. No, right?
It was close.
It was wide right, but it was close.
It was close.
Do you kick it like a soccer ball, or do you kick it like...
I don't even know how to kick a soccer ball.
Oh, that's only inside
I'm
your
going to
foot?
say I don't kick it like anybody kicks a football.
Okay, yeah.
But so Rick decides he's going to kick it from the 20, which is a 30-yard field goal because the post is in the end zone, which is another 10 yards back, right?
Yeah.
So Rick sets up from the 20.
Well, you guys are kicking. I'm filming and doing my thing, and you guys are kicking, and then all I hear is $50,000. And I'm like,
you said I could kick it. You said I'm going to go from the 20-yard line. I'm like, I'll give you $50,000 if you make it from the 20-yard line. Which I said it not very seriously, so that's what I'm sticking with.
What did you have your fingers
I think
crossed?
it was very...
You gotta make it.
Rick's not only the new kicker for the Jaguars, but he's now the owner of the Florida Man games. Yeah, because I can't afford to pay him.
You never defined the currency, though. You never said U.S. dollars.
Well, we also never shook on it. Shook on it. You gotta shake on it for it to be official.
God, how do you think I have a job here?
Verbal doesn't count. Verbal never counts.
I do have it on film, though.
He does have it on film. He sets up. First try, nails a 30-yard field goal.
Holy crap. That's awesome.
You've kicked field goals before though, right?
I mean, I don't think officially, but
like
just
in high school. Yeah, not officially. Like
out there.
In the. I mean, and that's good form too. That's decent form.
Jeez.
I stepped it out too, like I knew what I was doing, like 3 steps.
Yeah, you really did. You really did. And when it went through from 20 yards out, which is not an easy field goal to just do cold after at least, I'll give it, if I give you that you've kicked a field goal before, it's been at least 20 years.
Yeah, it's been forever.
But you're at least your first field goal in 20 years, and this guy nails it.
Mind you, I took the slides off and did it barefoot.
Right, it was barefoot.
What?
Barefoot kick. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. So, yeah. Boy, I'm going to be working off that bet for a long time.
Rick, imagine what you can do in men's figure skating. I'm just saying, you could be the quadruple axel we're looking for. Wow.
I'm telling you, if anybody could do it, Rick could do it. I mean, I've literally never seen somebody who can pick up any sport that quickly, as Rick does. And he's been able to do this his whole, he really is a freak athlete. Rick, if you were 5 inches taller, you could have picked your sport.
I could have been good at something.
You could have picked your sport and gone pro.
You are tall, Rick. You're fine. No?
But he's not athlete tall.
I'm just in the room tall. I'm 6 foot.
Yeah, you get that freakish tall. Yeah, and you get in the 6'4" lane. Yeah.
Maybe.
Right. Yeah. Oh, if he was 6'6", he could have picked a sport.
I could dunk.
Yeah.
Playing ball. Like,
Yeah.
Short, I could dunk.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Wow, that is
badass.
That is awesome.
It was unbelievable. The excitement in that arena was unlike the excitement anybody's ever seen in that arena.
We need to send that video to the Jags.
We do, because I think he will end up as their new kicker. That's not an easy field goal to make, and he had room. Like, he didn't just barely make it. It went through with probably 5-10 yards to spare.
I wonder, are the elements of the crowd, would that make you nervous?
Yeah, I talked to a buddy of mine, like, no one's rushing to kill me or
the
game's on the line.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of variables. It's a cool story. I'm going to stick with that fishing story I got that I hit the 30-yard field goal and probably move on with my career.
Yeah, right. That was wild, though, man. That was really cool to see.
Pretty awesome.
Really cool to see.
Troy can't do that.
No, he can't.
No.
I guarantee you Troy can't. I would bet Troy $700,000 he couldn't make a field goal from there.
It would be something wrong, like the wind mitigation wasn't right, the barometric pressure was off.
Right. Yeah, the flappers.
No flappers on the ceiling. Yeah. Yikes.
That was unbelievable. Right after that, the Jaguars head coach, Doug Peterson, comes in the training facility and says, wait, sign this.
Right.
They turned the bus around. They were leaving out. Hold on real quick.
Yeah, they were leaving. We got to use the training facility right after they left.
Pretty amazing.
And then the Jags went on to win. So honestly, I think our presence out there was good luck for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I really do think it was.
They were watching footage.
They were watching footage.
Got him hyped.
They definitely knew we were there.
They saw that shopping cart joust too and got a
They
little,
did. Some of the Jaguars staff they came in on the golf cart a second time, probably to make sure we weren't doing drugs and getting drunk in there.
Probably.
Because the cast of characters there was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and they did. They came in as we were doing the shopping cart jousting. And they were just very confused. Very confused as to how we got in the building.
They had smiles on their faces when they rode in.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, what? And
they kept coming back.
Paper towels, probably 30 feet by 15 feet wide.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We had paper towels out there so that when people got knocked out of the carts, they had somewhere to land where they didn't die immediately.
Pittman's doing headbanging with the Florida man flag at the
50-yard line. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
fantastic.
man.
It was crazy, man. It was literally.
That's going to be a great video.
Yes.
Rick, we're going to have to get you like a compression thing to save the leg, the golden leg.
Yeah, right.
I got this. Yeah.
We now have to preserve Rick's leg.
Preserve the leg, yeah.
Yes. I'm never washing this leg again, man.
Ever, yeah. That's pretty dope, though. That's awesome.
I was upset because I got to tell you, I had great hands playing football back in the day. I was the hands team, and I didn't catch much out there.
Yeah, I saw you.
Lane
laced you up with a couple.
Lane threw me some lasers that were right on target, man, and just went right through the hands. So I lost it. I got worse. Rick got way better. It was
Your tackling form was good though. You can't short yourself.
Right, tackling form was decent. Tackling form was so decent that the Jaguars were afraid I was going to break their equipment.
Yeah.
I don't think those were tackling dummies. I think those were the dummies you were supposed to do like the swim around.
Okay.
They weren't supposed to take that much damage. Yeah. So I think that's why they came to immediately take those out when we started tackling those.
Them 300-pound linemen don't do any justice on them compared to you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So it was a lot of fun, though.
Great.
I can't say thank you enough to the folks who manage Everbank Field.
And the knocker ball gals.
And the knocker ball. Yeah, Ocala knocker ball. I got to tell you, those are legit. Because you go, like, I bought some of those bubble suits for, we were going to offer that to the audience last year. But honestly, the ones that I bought broke immediately. So if you're looking to do those big knocker ball bubble suit games, you got to hire Ocala knocker ball.
I just tagged him in comments for everybody.
They are great folks. They really are great folks. So that stuff is great for like birthday parties or special events or
they look legit. Yeah.
Oh, they're so legit.
You can do so much with those.
Yeah, so
They were
legit.
having fun in between the games, just mashing into each other.
Because you're bulletproof. I mean, you're invincible in those
feel
things.
like it.
You can really knock each other around a lot, and it just does. You don't feel it. You're just bouncing around in a big insulated bubble.
They're doing swan dives into the top of them to enter them.
I know.
As Chris was getting his on, the other guy was smashing them and doing flips.
Oh my
over
God.
it.
Yeah.
Even the girl,
Dennis is a psycho. Dennis is a psychopath. He was the
Dennis
guy.
not playing.
He's the guy, if you look on the Florida Man Games Instagram, he's the guy drop kicking Justin. Justin is a mountain. Okay? Dennis is the guy drop kicking Justin in the cage.
I don't believe
octagon.
that. I don't believe that anyone could drop kick Justin.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't knock him over. I don't even think he budged.
Justin
Do you remember that on the day of, Rick?
Yeah,
I don't even think Justin moved.
No, it was like a mosquito landed on him.
But Dennis is obsessed with drop kicking things.
Yes.
I mean, really, he was doing drop kicks out there all day long.
The young girl, she's like getting it on the shoulder. He literally rams right into her.
Whoopsie
Her
doodle.
mom's laughing. She was even laughing. I was like, no.
That's his superhuman power.
He's a psychopath.
That is so
very
funny.
nice dude, but he's a
Fit
psychopath.
right in, yes.
Yeah, right. He totally fit right in. I mean, that's what we're looking for in the Florida Man Games.
We were fist bumping every 2 minutes. Yeah, great.
Psychopaths like Dennis and Chris.
I'm seeing a lot in comments about paper towels. What's that all about?
Yeah, the paper towels were the paper towels were the
Shout out Heather. She moved like 14 metric tons.
big shout out to Heather.
Oh.
Yeah. She
towels
set that
out
up
of the
well.
U-Haul.
Yeah.
Yes.
It took her probably at least an hour because it took me an hour at least to get them all into the storage unit. But
That human
Everyone
being.
was helping. The kids were
it was
helping.
it
it
was
awesome.
3.5 pallets of paper towels.
I'm telling you, that human
I mean,
being.
it was like 100 packages of paper towels from
And
Costco.
She had 3 or 4 events that day.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my gosh,
awesome.
yeah.
In the
That's
middle.
tried
Yeah.
and true
And
right
she even
there.
stopped and had
Yeah.
lunch with us afterwards.
Yeah.
Team
Oh
Green.
yeah. I wanted to take everybody out to lunch for
So
helping
fun.
pull that off, man.
Where'd you
Because
go,
that
Capital
was
Grill?
Five Guys.
Five guys.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I like a Five Guys moment.
Five Guys
That's
is
great.
we all needed a Five Guys meal after that.
Yeah,
We're
that's
all about
fun.
to go to bed afterwards.
Oh, dude. And I pretty much did. Like, I dropped the U-Haul off, and I think that's the earliest I've been to bed in years. I mean, I probably went to sleep at 8 o'clock.
Oh, good. Okay.
Well, we're old, man, but them up and down the U-Haul ramps and toting all that stuff.
Sure.
and
Oh,
running
dude.
Around like NFL players for 12 minutes.
Yeah.
It was intense.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Good
it was.
It was cool.
But it was a great time, man. I mean, doing this whole Florida Man Games thing has really given us opportunities to do things that
I don't think we'd ever do.
I don't think we'd ever get
I
the
text
chance to
you
do.
after every one of them, like, thanks, man. What the hell are we doing?
No, it's wild.
What are we doing here? Like,
It's wild.
That's awesome. Good. It should be wild. That's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It should be. It will be, and it is.
yes.
Whew. Wow. So we'll be putting video on if you're not following the Florida Man Games on Instagram, we'll be putting video up on the Instagram. So you gotta drop us a follow there and see all the weirdness that happened over the weekend. Rick's transferring all those videos over to me today, and I'm going to be cutting them up and putting them out there. It was a lot of fun.
Good.
And I mean, the main reason we were out there is so that, I realize I'm obviously obsessed with the Florida Man Games. And I run through these competitions every day and how they're going to work and what's the best way to tweak them and what's going to be a way to do them so that nobody probably doesn't die. So I know these games inside and out, but we have to film some videos where we demonstrate how these actually work, because these aren't real sports that everybody knows how to play.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what we were doing, is we were really demoing the 2 new challenges out there, which was the Grocery Aisle Hurricane Party Prep Brawl and the Human Beer Pong. So you'll get to see when I cut up these videos exactly how these challenges are going to work on game day.
Cool. I want to see that. That's awesome.
And the competitors are going to get to see this and get a feel for how they need to be training for this
And
stuff.
it's good we have the competitors doing the combine, because they're picking holes in strategic ways and certain rules, and they have a lot of good questions that we're actually able to formulate into the games, even a better quality game for the competitor and the viewer.
How is the competitors looking?
The competitors are looking strong.
Fierce,
Yeah.
man, yes.
And weird.
Yeah.
And
they just
ready.
love having fun, man. They hit each other so hard and then smile and help each other right up.
Yeah.
Like, it's really cool, like, to see that competitive edge, and then they be able to turn the switch off.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true too. Because
Yeah.
sometimes it can get too serious. But
It could have got heated at the last combine, man. There were a couple of moments where where dude like throws the thing like a spear into the other dude's head.
Yes.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
Yes.
There were some moments that could have got real sketchy. Real sketchy. But that's what this is all about, man, is having fun and going out there and doing something brand new, man. And they're sketchy. All about it. Yeah. And not dying, hopefully. We're all trying not to die.
First, like, oh, go, let me go. And
yeah.
It's just so awesome.
There's a lot of excitement around it, man, which is really cool for something that's just never existed before. And, last year when we put this on, none of these games had ever been tested. We didn't test any of these once.
Oh, okay.
Last year.
So is that something you learned from last year for this year?
Let's test things a little bit. We didn't test one of them once. They were all concepts until game day.
Yeah.
So they're going to be at least tested once this year before we do them. It's going to be great, man.
Awesome.
Can't wait to see everybody out there. All right, let's see. Some better news than what was initially reported. There was a newborn that was safely surrendered over the weekend to the St. Johns County Fire Station. And this was, I got to tell you, I was picking up the U-Haul, and I get alerted on my phone whenever breaking news comes out that I saw this headline that said, a newborn baby found on the side of the road in a box.
Whoa, that was the
initial story. And dude, like, my heart sank and my faith in humanity was just decimated when I read that headline. Because you're like, really? You're putting a child on the side of the road in a box where a car could veer over, some psychopath who's on God knows what kind of drugs could just come across this box and find this newborn. So
right.
People were very freaked out over this. But I saw that the St. Johns County Fire Rescue and St. Johns County Sheriffs did clarify this. So a newborn baby that was initially reported as found alive in a box on the side of a busy road in St. Johns County was actually surrendered by the mother at a fire station in good health.
This is is this the first time this happened in St. Johns County? Has this ever happened before? I'm new to this, so I've never heard of this before.
It's definitely happened before, and you are allowed to do this if this is a thing where, obviously people who do this, I don't think they have much resources. I think they probably don't have many other options,
Yeah, of course.
So you
can be one of the hardest things you could ever do in life.
It has to be, right? I mean, I can't imagine this poor mother is feeling good today.
Right. True.
But it's probably something she absolutely had to do. Just did not have the means to take care of a child properly and probably did the right thing at the end of the day. She's probably going to wonder about this for the rest of her entire life.
Yeah, sir.
But was probably the right thing to do. If she did this, it was probably the right thing to do. And you can surrender a newborn child to the fire station, no questions asked, and it's not a crime. You're not going to get in any trouble for it. Because, I mean, obviously you're putting the child's life first. You're trying to do something good for the child. So the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office did confirm that the mother will not face any charges as she acted in accordance with the law. Detectives clarified that there's no evidence of a crime and no further updates will be provided. Like this report says, initial reports suggested the baby might have been abandoned at a different location along a roadway. Earlier on Friday, a woman reportedly, initial reports were that she found the baby, believed to be just days old, crying in a box on the side of Silverleaf Parkway in the Silverleaf area. I don't know where that report came from.
Wow.
And that she took the infant to the St. Johns County Fire Station. Firefighters at the station, according to that initial report, evaluated the baby and subsequently transported it to Wolfson's Children's Hospital. Chris Naff, I'm looking for some clarity on this because that seems like a lot of details for something that didn't happen.
Yeah, how could that be released like that?
Yeah. Chris Naff, a spokesman for St. Johns County Fire Rescue, mentioned that the agency was unaware of how long the baby had been at the location before being found. I mean, I guess this is just, none of this is very, very unclear.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole story that apparently just didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
The baby's currently stable at the hospital. Expressed surprise at the situation, highlighting that many of the firefighters, being parents themselves, instinctively went into parent mode to care for the child. He also mentioned that this was the first time he had encountered such an incident in his 21 years at the agency. Fire stations and hospitals, they say, are designated as safe havens where individuals can surrender infants up to 30 days old without facing any legal repercussions. Nath emphasized that the fire station is a safe haven and assured that they would take care of any surrendered baby. The safe haven protocol involves taking the baby to the hospital, notifying the sheriff's office to ensure the child's safety and well-being.
So I know in Ocala, they started this like safe haven baby box back in 2020.
Okay.
So that there's actually like a box, not like a cardboard box, everybody. It's more sort of like a professionally looking box where you could actually put the baby there. Then it rings an alarm to the authorities to come in, swoop in. So for that anonymous aspect of it, but I don't know if that's a program that needs to be rolled out everywhere. This is the first, like I said, first time I've ever heard of this in St. Johns County. So have you, like growing up here, was this like a thing?
I feel like I've heard of this once or twice here, but it is I think it's very rare for most cities. But yeah, it obviously happened.
Yeah,
obviously was a thing, man.
God bless that whole family. That had to be the hardest decision, like you said.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely had to be, but at the end of the day, again, probably the right thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, if you're just in that bad of a position and you know that this child's not going to have a good life with you, then give it a chance.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what this mother did. All right, let's see. It is Gas Buddy Gas Report time.
Oh, boy.
Gas prices were looking a little better.
Okay.
I think they were moving in the right direction the last time I was paying attention, which was a couple days ago.
Yeah, right.
When I had to fill up
when you had to actually fill it out. Yeah.
Giant box truck. The Owens at 780 South Ponce looks like it's reporting at 281 right now. The Sunoco at 21.99 North Ponce, 283 is their cash price. A1A discount beverage on the island, 286. The Sunoco at 450 South Ponce, 288. The Gate at 4075 US 1 North, 293. The Circle K at 4564 US 1 North, 293. Wasn't too long ago that, boy, if you had gas for $2.99, there was a line outside your place.
Remember?
Right? Yeah. The Shell at 2350 North Ponce, 294. The Shell at 216 Ponce de Leon Boulevard, 309. Mobile and Circle K at 800 South Ponce, 309. And the Gate on Mizell Road, 319.
What are you doing?
You guys stuck in the Stone Age for?
What are you doing? Talk to your friends over there.
Together.
Yeah, network.
Wow.
Try.
Come on.
Do something better. Gross.
That comes to us from Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. If you or someone you know is in trouble with the law and in need of immediate bail assistance, look no further than Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. They're available 24/7 to provide fast and reliable bail services, ensuring that you or your loved one can get out of jail and back to your life as soon as possible. 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245. You heard over the weekend there was a lot of talk about the jail logs going away in St. Johns County.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah. You know, I think it was a situation. It sounds like from what I can gather, and maybe when we talk to the sheriff here, maybe is he coming on in a couple of days?
I don't know. You have access to that, not me.
Yeah. We'll have to ask him about this.
Yeah, I would love to know.
My understanding is, and he's talked about this on the show before, that there's a big problem with scammers.
Yeah.
Who are calling people and saying that they're bail bondsmen and stealing thousands and thousands of dollars from people who are just trying to get their family members out of jail.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a real problem. And, you know, if you get a call from somebody claiming to be a bail bonds person, you're scared, you look in the jail log, your family member actually was arrested, they actually are in jail, you know, you're taking this very seriously. And a lot of people are handing over money to these scammers.
I've never seen anything like this either. I mean, I've always heard like, you know, innocent until proven guilty. And I just feel like this puts there's a mental health piece of this too. I don't know if that's even to discuss, but it's just like, the guilt and the shame of putting that out there for people to see. And I know there's people out there that are going to be like, well, it's public knowledge and all
and
of that.
But yeah.
I understand, but there's still such an element of they've got to be able to, you know, prove themselves innocent or guilty in a situation. So why have that public shame, that scarlet letter for everybody just to, I mean, I don't know if you follow these blogs that I do, but like they're making fun of them. I mean, one of my friends got arrested a couple weeks ago, gorgeous girl, and they were like, I'll be the first to have her baby. I'm like, that is like horrible comments. I mean, you don't look at comments and then people troll people, but it's just, I don't know if it's such a public thing that's handled properly.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's two sides to the coin to this.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree with that.
I definitely know people, and I've seen them make these posts on Facebook where that sort of public shaming was a wake-up call for them to never want to be in that position again. They were doing some pretty bad stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And to see that they were kind of publicly shamed for their appearance and for the crime that they committed made them get their act together.
Yeah.
It made them turn it around and say, you know what? I don't ever want to be in that position again. I want to show everybody that I can do better, that I'm a better person than this. And they've totally turned it around just from the aspect of being publicly embarrassed.
What about
so
the
I think
mega
there's
rich?
two sides to a coin on that. The mega rich.
Yeah,
what do you
the
mean?
people that can cut a check and say, don't put my mugshot out there. I mean, I'm
No,
sure
you can't do that.
Is there no way you can do that?
Can't do
Not
that.
even legally? 'Cause
Nope.
I've seen some that have not been posted, and I was like, where did that go?
Some, you know, there's a few different scenarios where you would end up not being posted. A lot of those are law enforcement or people who have worked for law enforcement, or somewhere in the legal community, attorneys, judges,
So
and
what does
things
that
like
say
that.
to you?
I mean, you're just when you're in that profession, it's called a protected address. It's protected information. You're just basically immune from having those things put out there because as a law enforcement officer or a judge or a lawyer, there are people who want to kill you.
Yeah.
There are people who want to take your life. So having that information, having your address and your picture and stuff like that out there can be detrimental for them. And it just as it is, I guess, for normal people,
That's
right?
exactly what I was going to fire back with.
Yeah.
So I
but I
see
guess
both sides,
regular folks like judges, there's probably hundreds of people, thousands of people over a judge's career who have threatened to kill them for
Sure.
putting them in jail,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Same with a cop.
Right.
Same with a lawyer. You know, and so some of those groups have protected information. It's just a legal thing that they get.
Yeah, I'm still going to lean on my innocent versus guilty. I don't know. The whole thing needs to be reorganized of some sort. And it'd be great to talk to Sheriff about it too, to see his perspective.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk to him a little bit more about that. and
Tired of
see from their
shaming people to
perspective.
be better in life. There's got to be a different way.
Yeah, I mean, there's many different ways, and
Yeah.
sometimes the shaming works.
So, sometimes caning works. That's what they do in Singapore. I'm just going to be honest.
Yeah.
Remember, they
Yeah.
spanked that guy that did the graffiti.
Great idea,
Yeah.
Davey. Let's bring caning back.
I mean-
Davey wants to bring back caning.
What's more painful, the shame, the public guilt and shame, or
Probably
just
caning.
a little spanking?
Probably getting caned. Yeah.
It's a well-to go away. Oh boy.
All right.
Speaking of caning,
Frosty the Snowman.
Eesh. So yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. That was not one of our stories today, but
No, but that was a good
it happened, and it was a lot of uproar about it in many different directions. But yeah, there's still a Facebook group that seems to be still posting mugshots.
Yeah.
So everybody's kind of curious about how that works.
How does that work?
I don't know. I mean, that's another thing we'll probably have to ask the sheriff as well. Like because the website is down. You can't get access to the website online.
Mm-hmm.
We can't tap into it anymore from the 904 Now app, obviously. So yeah, it would be curious to see how these people are getting the mugshots and how they're getting them so quickly. Because a public records request, even if you put in a public records request, one, it costs money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure this Facebook group is not
No.
going out and paying just to post mugshots to people.
Right.
It also takes a while. I mean, it can take a couple days sometimes to
not a
get
week.
public records requests. Yeah, I mean, it can take days, weeks, months sometimes for public records requests to go through.
So what if they just posted mugshots without names on it? Does that doesn't do anything for you, right? Is that a compromise?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, the other thing is if somebody commits a serious crime and they live in your neighborhood, you want to know that your neighbor is a predator of some sort, right? I mean, you want to know.
Took the addresses away from the police log here.
I think they did. I think you're right. I think they did.
Used
That
to
was
be
kind
able
of the first weaning out of this was
Yes.
taking the addresses away.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe just the picture and the crime. I don't know.
I don't know,
Yeah. Interesting. We'll talk to the sheriff about it. But before we get into our Morgue Monday.
Morgue
Monday.
Creepy.
Yeah, a little bit.
We'll tell you about people who aren't creepy. Fidus Roofing. Fidus Roofing is your local go-to. Been your local go-to for 20 years here in St. Augustine and St. Johns County. And all their people live right here in St. Johns County. They are master elite contractors, and that means they can offer you warranties that nobody else in the business can touch.
Mm-hmm.
They love our community, and they love you. So you know you're in good hands. They are Fidus Roofing, 904-355-ROOF.
They do pavers
and gutters.
All right.
Yeah.
Rick is taking the kicker's job. He's taking Troy's job.
Moving on up.
Yeah, he really is. He's taking my job as the Florida Man Games owner.
Wow. Great. You can retire.
Yeah, well, I can't because I'll be broke.
The end of the year's not over, guys. Come on.
Yeah, Rick's still got a few more positions to take.
Woo!
All right, man. St. Johns County is pushing for new medical examiner's office amid the rising population pressure. There's a growing population, obviously, here in St. Johns County, and it's putting increased pressure on the medical examiner's office, a critical facility that might not immediately come to mind when we consider the impacts of population growth. But this office, located in St. Augustine, is responsible for serving 3 counties: St. John's, Putnam, and Flagler. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's too much. No. Shake off Flagler at least. Yeah.
Yeah,
they can do it themselves.
Yeah, give Flagler their own.
Trust me, they got money. They got money. Yeah, they got money down there. They're good. Yeah.
Why are they mooching off of us?
Get out of here.
Rising number of cases has highlighted the inadequacies of the current facility, which is struggling to keep up with demand due to its outdated infrastructure and limited operational space.
Mm-hmm.
State lawmakers now from the area recently toured the medical examiner's office to assess the situation firsthand. They visited their visit underscored the urgent need for improvements as the building's antiquated technology and cramped conditions are ill-suited, they say, to handle increasing caseload effectively. The facility's current location also poses a risk as it's situated in a flood surge zone. Oh my gosh, that's not good. And that could compromise its operations during severe weather events. Local leaders now advocating for the construction of a new medical examiner's office that would be more modern and centrally located. The proposed site for the new facility is near the Emergency Operations Center and the new sheriff's office, which would provide a strategic advantage in terms of accessibility and coordinating during emergencies. This location, they say, is also higher and drier, reducing the risk of flood-related disruptions.
Yeah, you don't want that. Not in that kind of facility, right?
No, man. They say to bring this vision to fruition, the medical examiner is seeking funding from state lawmakers to design the new building. The goal is to create a facility that can adequately meet the needs of the growing population while ensuring that the medical examiner's office can continue to provide essential services without interruption.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Definitely
it's smart. It's
needed.
Yeah, definitely needed.
I agree. It's a smart thing. Smart thing. They got to find the money for it.
Of course. Everything.
That's the political side of it, you know?
Of course. Go lobby.
Yeah. And a scary situation over the weekend when a St. Augustine woman was seriously injured in a Shands Bridge crash with a tractor trailer.
This was when you guys were heading up. I was nervous when I got this report. Yeah.
I'm always nervous when I hear this because whenever I'm driving somewhere and like I see ambulances and stuff passing me,
right,
going the other direction, I'm like, did I just cause an accident?
No.
You know, because I didn't see an accident. And now they're rushing like there's a big deal going on, but I didn't see anything.
It's nice to see that you have empathy, sir. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the few emotions that I occasionally have.
He continues to keep driving, though.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I don't turn around to make sure anybody's okay.
Of course.
Yeah. I don't even look in the rearview mirror.
But the thought is the start. That's good. All
right. The thought is the start. Did I cause it? It's more of a did I cause it? Am I going to jail type of thing.
Do I need to drive faster?
Right. Yeah, that's right. Do I need to turn down a side road and hide my license plate?
Turn your lights off.
Yeah, that's right. And park in a driveway backwards. St. Augustine woman sustained serious injuries following a collision with a tractor trailer on the Shands Bridge on Saturday afternoon.
Yikes.
This was reported by the Florida Highway Patrol. The incident resulted in temporary closures of all lanes on the bridge while authorities managed the situation. It occurred approximately 12:39. It was right when we were around that area, too. When a pickup truck driven by a 44-year-old woman was traveling east on State Road 16, simultaneously a tractor trailer was headed west on the same road. According to the Florida Highway Patrol, the woman driving the pickup truck failed to maintain her lane. And that led to a collision where the left front fender of her vehicle struck the front of the tractor trailer. She was subsequently transported to Orange Park Medical with serious injuries. The 49-year-old man from St. Johns County who was driving the tractor trailer was unharmed in the accident. Both drivers were confirmed to be wearing seatbelts at the time of the crash. And the investigation, they were investigating over the weekend.
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I hope it's not distracted driving, but it does smell like it may have been, unfortunately.
Yeah, that happens often to
anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, most of us and most people out there watching have been in situations where you're distracted for whatever reason. A lot of it these days, unfortunately, is texting. And, you realize that you're creeping into another lane.
Yeah.
Obviously, most of the time, nothing happens. But, boy, that one time something does happen, it can be devastating.
Back in the day, it was like searching for a CD in your car. Remember, we get those big black books.
Oh, yeah.
Flipping through it.
Yeah.
You're distracted.
Yeah. You're doing the thing and you're leaning over and accidentally turning the wheel. And, Yeah, man.
Well, hopefully she'll be okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long recovery, but yeah.
Yeah, we hope she's all right. We hope she gets better soon. Davey, how do you want to go through the comments today, man?
All right, I'm going to make some merry mentions of our munching vignettes while monitoring Monday merriment on this multimedia of madness.
Okay.
There it is.
There you go. As you do that, I'll remind everybody that Bates, Hewitt & Floyd is not your average local insurance agency. They provide peace of mind and insurance to protect your biggest investments. Their approach to insurance and risk longevity in our community and the way they treat their clients sets them apart from all the rest. They offer homeowners, auto, commercial, and benefits, and they've been doing it for over 50 years. You got to give them a call, 904-794-5455. There we go. Schedule your appointment. Get on their radar. Very easy consultation, and they'll save you a lot of money.
She's saved us so much money over the years.
So much money.
Christy's amazing.
Yep. And Troy Usina, pretty amazing, too. The Troy that's still in town. If you're looking for the perfect customer prefab portable building, look no further than St. Augustine Handy House. Proudly owned by Troy Usina Enterprises. Family business, been doing business here since 1988. So whether you are looking for a shed, a barn, office space, a carport, a place for your mom.
Yeah, just put her in
spacious.
There. Yeah, it's perfect.
Very spacious.
And I love that they take care of everything, right? They do the leasing.
Yep.
And
the leasing, the permitting, all of that stuff. Everything you need, they can handle it under one roof. They make it very easy. And they're part of our community. They're longstanding members of our community, and they want to do right by us, which is a great people to do business with anytime you can. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday from 9 to 1. And they make it easy to get exactly what you need. Give them a call, see what they got for you, or just stop by. It's honestly fun to browse their buildings and just kind of brainstorm on what you could turn them into. 904-823-9092. Legitimately, some of their structures are bigger than places I've lived. Many places I've lived in.
Yeah, they're really nice. Honestly, guys, everything.
Yeah. All right, what do you got, man?
All right, a lot of people are afraid that you're going to sell Rick off to the Jags, so they're begging you not to let him go.
If they offer him a NFL contract, I can't compete with that.
That's kind of true.
Yeah.
Save your cans.
Yeah.
Can Rick redo the kick? That is the big question.
Oh, can lightning strike twice?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I mean, we may have to go out to a field.
Yeah.
Yes.
And do a kick this week.
Let's do some crowdfunding and get a big purse up for it.
Yeah,
there you go. Rick's like, I need my $50,000 somehow.
I was going to go for charity, Jimmy Jim something.
Yeah,
okay.
Donate it for sure.
According to comments, we do have a baby box program, so that's very interesting. Gas in New Jersey is $2.85, and Justin wants to be publicly shamed to get his life together.
See?
Yeah. So there it is. It's a thing. And
it's a thing.
Word of the day is pucker. That was interesting, too.
Justin, Florida Man games, Justin?
Yes. Yes, sir.
I'm not shaming Justin because
shame back.
He can kill with one hand.
Oh, just get me.
It's a large man.
I'll shame him. I got him.
Nope, not me. All right, Stordom Stat, what do you got?
All right, Stoidum stat. Be great if I had that pulled up on the screen, right? Yeah. All right, on December 9th, 1965, the beloved holiday classic, A Charlie Brown Christmas, premiered on CBS. The animated special featuring the Peanuts gang and the timeless classic of Vince Guaraldi almost didn't happen because the network executives doubted its success. Instead, it became a cherished tradition, spreading joy and true meaning of Christmas to generations. I love Charlie Brown Christmas. So good.
Yeah, definitely, man. All right, cool. Thank you, sir. That comes to us from St. Augie's Pizza, the best place to get a slice. Tomorrow, they're closed on Mondays, right in between Riberia and ML King in downtown St. Augustine. Get down there before it gets dark. Boy, traffic sucks anywhere around downtown when it
You
gets
have
dark.
to get there before dark. Yeah.
You do. Perfect lunch spot.
Mm-hmm.
Plugs, Davey.
All right. We have Kendall Hardwick coming to studio this afternoon talking about Diamond of Dreams. I'm so pumped to hear about this amazing project that's going to be happening for St. Johns County. So
That's great.
We'll dive into that.
Yep. And speaking of diving in, dive headfirst into the Florida Man games. Go to thefloridamangames.com. Get your tickets. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.